Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial, guys, I'll be showing you how to on the S26 Ultra. This is the S26 Ultra, as you can see here. This applies to the S26, the S26 Plus. And of course, if you are at the lock screen, for example, here, and it's asking for the password. And of course, whenever you enter the password, for example, here, right, for example, here, you enter the password and it's saying, it's saying that the right password or the correct password is wrong. All right, so if you're having that problem, this is the tutorial for you. All right, now do note the reason why it's happening, why it's telling you that the password is incorrect. Whenever it's actually correct, for example, it says incorrect password there. When you know it's right, it's because the system sometimes ends up in a situation where it is making an error and you are actually entering the correct password, but of course it thinks that the password is wrong. And for security purposes, the device always asks for the password on startup or whenever you do a major reset. All right, now you're kind of stuck into a situation where it's very hard for you to get out of, because in order to do anything at all, you need to enter the password to access the device, and you need to reboot as well, and it might be asking for the password to reboot and you're stuck between because you're entering the correct one and it's saying it's wrong. All right, so if you're in that situation as described, this is what you do. Now the first thing you want to do, guys, is to go ahead and you're gonna restart your device. Now you need to do a complete cold boot. So the first thing, if possible, go ahead and, sorry about that, go ahead and if you notice, if you press the power button, in most cases has been reprogrammed and it goes to the, it goes to the digital assistant. And of course, you may not be using that. So the best way to power off in this situation, you're going to press power and volume down. So press and hold. It's going to come to the screen. You have two options. Either you're going to go ahead and hit power off, or of course, the best solution is to keep press and holding. This is the best solution. Just keep pressing and holding. And of course, there you go. The screen is going to go black or blank. If it doesn't restart, you can, where you see the Samsung logo, you can let go. If it doesn't go to the Samsung logo, simply stop. And of course, in this situation, you can go ahead and now and press the power button. So two options: let go if you see the Samsung appear when it reboots, or of course, let go, as in my case, and simply press the power button for about 15 seconds, then let go. What should happen is that the device itself should restart. All right, sometimes it takes a little while, so you may have to try. Make sure you're pressing down the button hard enough to actually start the reboot process. All right, so there you go. So it's restarted. And as I said before, you have about three options. So just while it's rebooting, so press power and volume down, then turn off, or of course, best option is to press power and volume down until it totally restarts or go to black, right? If the Samsung doesn't come up, let go and then press power and the device will start back up. Now, go ahead again and you're gonna enter the password. There you go, then hit done. And there you go. The password that was saying that was wrong should now be accepted. Now, the key is to do a total restart. And of course, if you do the force restart, which I showed with the power and volume down and keep holding until it restarts, it will do the cold boot. And that's the best option, as I was saying. And that should refresh the system. And once the system is refreshed, what's going to happen is that the system itself is going to correct itself. And of course, it will start recognizing the password again. So that's what we do in the cases of it's saying the password is wrong when it's actually correct. All right, so just do a complete reboot or a force restart. And if you do the force restart, if it's asking for the password, normally when you try to use the power off button, that will restart it without it needing the password to restart. All right, so hope that was useful and clear. If you have any direct questions, you can ask them below. And as always, Ricardo from Blog Tech Tips, saying bye until next time. Bye.